I bought a thing. Well, it's a big box of things. In a minute, we're going to unbox it and take a look. My name is Jesby. This is my tech department. Los geht's.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Now, it won't have escaped your attention that we are sponsored by PCBWay. But what makes PCBWay so special? Well, let's take a look. For example, the replacement ROM PCB for this Atari 800XL, well, I got it made by PCBWay. But PCBWay do, well, way more than PCBs. For example, when it comes time to remake this panel for a project that's coming up later this year, well, I'll be looking at PCBWay to do the milling. In fact, if you've got a project on the go, chances are PCBWay can help you out. From 3D printing to CNCing to full fabrication. PCBWay, way more than just PCBs. For more information, check out the link in the description below. Yes, there are a few more exciting things than having a big box of stuff arrive on your door. This is actually a console, and I'm guessing by now I've already told you in the thumbnail what it is. So it's a Mattel Intellivision, a console I didn't know existed until a few years ago. However, I spotted this one for, frankly, a bargain price, and you'll see why in a minute. So let's unpack it, take a look in the box, and then we'll take a look and see if it actually works, because it's sold as not being able to test. Now, I suspect that's mostly because the gentleman who sold it didn't have a TV to plug into RF, so we shall find out. However, let's get cracking, shall we? Right, let's begin by getting the box off the desk so we can actually unbox it properly. So let's put this down here. And the first thing out, well, it's another box. We'll look at that in a minute, because I'm after the console. Et voila, one Mattel Intellivision console. It looks in good nick. It's clean. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. It looks like there's a little problem here with the gold finish, but generally, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, that takes me back. Look at that. The little RF connector. So, what else do we have to get out of this box? Well, what's good is in there. Okay, so what's in the box makes this an appealing thing, and I'm going to leave this in shot and not me. I got this with not only the original manual, in English for the master component, also in German, for some reason twice, and a box full of games. And they're in great condition. Night Stalker. Let's have a look. Hockey. Astro Smash. Poker and blackjack, because it's important to teach your kids how to gamble at an early age in the US, I'm sure. Yep, this one's fallen apart. Frog Bog, well, I mean, that just sounds delightful. Auto Racing, cool, I do like an auto racing. Space Battle. And then one of two games I'm really looking forward to, Tron Deadly Discs. Now, Mattel seem to have a license with Tron. I think they released at least 3 games that I know of for the Intellivision. We have boxing. So that's nice. Triple Action. So 3 games in 1. So this looks like the Atari Combat thing, plus racing. Bowling. Royal Dealer. And last but least, Tron Maze-a-thon. And like I said, these are the games I'm really excited about. Of course, I don't know if this console works. Now, I'm assuming the gentleman who sold it said it powered because he couldn't find a way to get it to work. But maybe we should just take a look at the console itself and see what's what. So console games back in this era with Intellivision were like everything else, cartridges. So we have that, we have our cartridge, slots into it. But what made the Intellivision interesting with these? They slip into the controller, ready to be used to show you which buttons to press. We also have a very nice manual in German. So yeah, let's take a look at the console. The console itself is quintessentially early 80s, a mix of plastic, more plastic, and some fake wood made of plastic. However, the creams and browns and golds, well, it looks quite nice. The subtle gold, well, it's not subtle, is it? But it's the only fault on this console. It's actually just started to come away there a little on the foil, but generally the console's in great condition. Now, controls are limited. There is a reset button and a standby or and on button, and that's about it. Its pièce de résistance, however, the docking controllers that, well, maybe CBS and the ColecoVision may have been inspired by. The controllers themselves, well, they're not great, I don't think. There's no joystick per se, just a, well, circle and a bunch of keypad presses. The little circle, well, it's kind of just a button. It sort of works, but not really great. It's kind of weird. Finally, of course, there's that little thing where we put the cards as an overlay over our buttons. It's not easy to get them in there, but it does slide in, and honestly I'm surprised that many of the games that I have here still have these little cards with them intact. You'd have thought they'd wandered off many years ago. Nonetheless, it's kind of a quirky little way to play this quirky little console. Having the joystick sort of stowaway is, well, it's a nice idea. It's not the easiest thing in the world to achieve, however. It does take a little bit of packing in there with the cables, and but yeah, it kind of keeps everything neat and tidy, I suppose. And finally, of course, there's that cartridge slot. Oddly, or uniquely, set on the side, which actually is quite useful. I think I prefer it to the Ataris. Okay, I've decided to throw caution to the wind, and actually, because it's in such good condition, I thought I'd just switch it on and let's see if it works. So I'm going to get the TV on first. I think I could do that. Right, I'm going to put Astro Smash in because I assume we'll need a game in there to run. So let's put that there and get our console in. Oof, that was snug, but I'm sure it's fine. And right, we'll switch that on and set this tuning. Right, hang on, menu, sound. Well, that's it. Trouble is using a different remote. Here, install. Really? Okay, right, program 1. Search. All right, there we go. So what's alarming with these old machines, of course, is there is no indication whether this is working or not. There's no light. I do like this little bit of wood. That's very 80s, isn't it? And yeah, we'll just now wait and see if we get a picture. That's it. Can't tell if it's actually on. Anyway, let's speed forward. Ah, well, would you look at that? It only just works. Let's get rid of that menu. Mattel presents Astro Smash. Ha! Well, now look at that. Well, that'll make for a very interesting video, I suppose, but still, it works. Does the reset work? I don't know, is the answer to that. Let's take a controller and have a see. Oh, God. Reset. My controller's stuck. There we go. Well, I'm going to get in the way of that, but it works. Cool. I don't know what to do now. I guess we'll take a look at Tron. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I've got Tron Deadly Discs installed. let's, I've got my little overlay here. Let's try it. Now, I've played this a little bit. It's hard. Okay, so you're this guy, right? And you can control the disc, but you can't fire the disc if you're moving, which is a pain when all these guys are, right? Got one. Okay, come on. Don't get there. Oh, hello, I didn't know I needed to do that. I thought I was just here to... I'm back. Alright, I've turned it green. What does that mean? Game over. I'm dead. This game is hard. Let's try something else. Okay, let's try Space Battle. Again, I've got my overlay in place. Oh god, this looks complicated. Right, so the bottom disc here is aim our lasers, so that's good. We have a radar and an alien, and I'm not sure if... we'll find out. Let's go for it. Right, where am I? What am I doing? Oh, am I the thing? Okay, right. Right. Did I do a good thing? I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be firing. I'm not doing anything. Are our fire buttons actually working? That's the question. I don't know. Next. Okay, it's the turn of auto racing this time. This will actually tell us whether or not our fire button's working because the brake is here. So let's steer the car into. Okay, so let's look. Select course. So we'll have course number 1, please. Enter. Select cars. 2. I don't know what I just did. Well, this one may not actually be working that well. Enter. No. Oh dear. Try it again. Oh, we got a black screen. Interesting. Well, that's our first sign of issue then. I will say this cartridge port is very tight. Very tight. So there we go. All the racing back in there. So let's hit enter. Select course number 2 then. Select cars. 3. Red. Blue. Enter. Or have I got to choose a car? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem to work. All right, well, we got the reset button working, so that's good. Enter. Select course 1. Enter. Select cars. Well, we'll have that one there. Enter. Then what? It does nothing. There may be a fault with that one. We'll see. It's a shame. I like driving games. All right. Okay, next. Well, if I'm going to try one more game, it's going to be Tron's Maze-a-Tron. It comes with music, I guess. All right, let's have a look. So we have our controller. Look, there's the, I know that's the MCP Master Control Program. Okay, so 0 to fire, force shields. 1, 2, and 3, and then stop and practice. Okay, all right. Well, I think we'll practice. Now, this is interesting. You can kind of see that this kind of feel like that's wavy when it shouldn't be. Now, that may be the console, that may just be the TV, but it kind of looks a bit weird. So maybe there is something to do with this machine, but again, I'm kind of loath to do anything. So practice, yeah, let's do it. All right, so what am I? Where am I? There I am, look at me go. Ah, that is not bad, it's right, actually. Okay, right, here we go. Oh God, look, it's just moving, yeah. So I'm running inside, oh cool, that is kind of cool. Oh, can't get through there, all right. Oh, look out. I'm glad this is, very glad this is... Fire? Can I fire? No, why can't I fire? Yeah. Oh, what happens if I stand still? Do I die? Yes. Answer to that. Very quick answer to that. All right, let's get past this guy. That's locked. Oh! I have no idea what I'm doing here. But again, a little graphic glitch there is interesting. But actually, it looks like a really cool game. I kind of want to try that one more time. Okay, okay. Stop. All right. Practice. Oh, right. So that wasn't practice. That was just me in the game. Oh, I assume then... Oh, okay, okay. What am I looking for? I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm about to lose. Sure. Oh, it's great. It's got a one up there. One. Oh, it says, did you... Ah! What the hell? Okay, that's enough of that. But still, it works. Well, there we have it. It's unusual for a system to come into the tech department that requires little to no work. I mean, and yeah, the Intellivision just works. It's 40 plus years old, 45 years old, 46 actually. So it's doing very well, and yet at the same time requires nothing. To say they don't build them like they used to would be an understatement. Now, I paid just 105 euros for this, and it's an absolute bargain. 13 games, a working console. Yeah, what's not to love? Now, at this point, I would normally sum up the video. Thank you so much for watching, yada, yada, yada. But I think the best way to finish this video is to get a few friends around, hook this up to the big TV out there, and let's have some gaming fun like it's 1980 all over again. Now for a second there, there's no interference, and then it's just a massive amount of interference on this TV. Sorry. Right, are you ready?
Let's find out. I like that.
Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's not looking good. You should move that a bit. Oh, wait.
Yeah, see?
Hey!
I keep getting the ones you missed.
Oh, that's together. Come on, back up.
What do you want to do knock over there for?
That did not go well.
If you press...
Drunken bowling coming soon.
I'm there for it.
Yep. Give a thumbs up and a little drinky emoji in the comments and let us know if you want that idea working. Alright, so it's frog pog. Okay. Alright,
Are we
so
both playing at the same
yeah,
time?
so I think so.
Why do you always give me the boring coloured thing?
No.
Come on, frog.
This is not the best game I've played, but it actually does. It is quite fun.
It's ridiculous.
What is this game?
It's not me on the sky with your tongue.
You know you gotta push the thing right.
I'm laughing too much, I can't. Okay.
Oh, it's got like time.
I don't.
No, that was mine. I got that one. That was mine.
A Pokemon.
But he only plays it. Hey, I got it. I got this. You got to sleep. That's it. Game over.
Bean Frog.
So I want you to look to the camera there and tell him how much you've enjoyed playing these games.
Okay, so being good at these games doesn't necessarily mean that's the only way to enjoy these games. For sure it does that. And we so improved between round 1 and round 2 because you saw the scores from round 1 and now we have 295 versus 200 on the board, which is like, in frog terms, that's epic. I'm a happy frog.
I think that's safe to say on that one. Back to the studio. Oh God. Well, there we have it. It's unusual for an old console or anything to come through the tech department that requires no work. And this Intellivision just works. And as we've seen, just because it's old doesn't mean we can't have any more fun with it. We had a lot of fun hooking it up to the big TV out there and having a few friends over and playing these old games. Alcohol may have helped. What's really amazing to me is that this machine, whilst it was a contemporary of the Atari VCS and 2600, it actually beats it in every metric. But despite that, it played second fiddle to the Atari, and come the great crash of 1983 in the US, well, Mattel decided to sell off their electronics division. They closed it down. A few people did buy the Intellivision stock though, and kept the Intellivision name going for quite some time, and there's still quite a following out there for people who remember these systems fondly. 80 Games, for example, released an Intellivision sort of mini back in the mid-2000s, I think, and if you were lucky enough, you could get Intellivision games on the original PlayStation 1, and I believe there was a selection for the original Xbox, but I'm not certain. So it's interesting to see that, you know, these games, well, they outlast them, and there are plenty of people with plenty of fond memories about this old machine. All that's left to say now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this non-fixing episode of Tech Department. Let me know in the comments below if you think there are some games that would be really cool to try out on the Intellivision. And yeah, when it comes to old machines, just remember, reuse, rediscover, and reconnect, because you never know. You might find a little bit of a old console that still has plenty of get up and go. My name is Jess B. This has been my Tech Department. Cheers.